Sir, historically, India stood up to such things. We stood up to it in 1998 when they imposed sanction. We are a much bigger economy now, much more diverse. And how do you believe? I mean, it is always seen that adversities opens new opportunities. I mean, let's think of 1991, the balance of payment crisis and everything, and then we sailed through. So, how do you believe that it is going to? Should it create more opportunities? I'm just giving you one reference before seeking your answer. This morning, I saw Rolls-Royce once again bidding for the engine of Tejas. Now we all know that there is an issue. GE committed engines, but they are not delivering it. So our generation of fighter aircrafts is suffering. So should it? How do you look at it? Over to you.
Well, I think that India, everybody understands that India is a very big market. And this is what we have to leverage it to our advantage. We have recently signed this free trade agreement with the UK. And therefore, the British companies definitely are going to look more into India and trying to identify opportunities. And if Rolls-Royce is trying to do that, that's a very good thing. As far as GE is concerned, you know that recently there was an announcement which I read that they have worked out a delivery plan that 4 engines or something every month they'll be providing to India. So that is something that is likely to happen as well. And that's where the real competition comes in. When you sign, let's say, the free trade agreement with now which is pending with European Union, because problem is that President Trump's friends, enemies, and frenemies, everybody is being given the same treatment. So all of them are suffering from this kind of a unilateral tariff wars. They are giving in to a great extent because the dependencies are much more there. As far as India is concerned, would like to have a deal which is fair for both sides and mutually beneficial, not dictated by one side. I mean, that is something that will be difficult for India. And you rightly mentioned, we have faced these challenges many times over and over again. And we are quite sure that over time, President Trump will also recognize that it is important to keep India on the right side, not only for India to keep the US on the right side.
Yes. Unfortunately, either way, you see that he has served one of the biggest blows to India-US relationship that was surging ahead since 2000. Sir, final question. So these things, whenever something happens, some people always question that whether it could have been handled better. So it is my task to put that question to you, because diplomacy is a very difficult task. You have to massage egos, you have to ensure your own interests, you have to do hard bargains. Could you have handled it better?
Well, you can always be wiser in the hindsight. This is always the case. But look at the situation. What is the background to it? After the Lahore Declaration, Shimla Agreement, it was agreed that all relations between India and Pakistan will be decided bilaterally. Throughout, President Trump has several times mentioned that he would be ready to mediate. India does not want any mediation from any country. That is very clear. Prime Minister Modi spoke to President Trump and personally told him, explained to him the situation. He still wishes to take the credit for ending this war. I think that it is like a toy that has been taken away from him. I mean, that's precisely how he's looking at it this way. And I believe that if I was to make a statement after that, I would have said that, well, the Saudi minister was here, the Iranian minister was here, many of our partners, friends told us that, like we tell everybody, the dialogue and diplomacy is the way in. But India was not fighting a war with Pakistan. We did not want to escalate in the first place. But it was for the Pakistan to say that they don't want to. They are the ones who escalated. And therefore they did with DGMO level, and India agreed. So we could have said that, yes, we did not want a war, but our friends who are in the game here, who are their friends, must tell Pakistan to desist from using cross-border terrorism against India. That is what it is. So he still continues. Today, again, I was listening to the TV, 30th time he has claimed that he has stopped India-Pakistan war. I mean, and Dr. Jaishankar in the parliament has very clearly mentioned how things played out. Of course, Russia, they were invested in this whole thing. They were initially, he said, I don't know what these fellows are doing for hundreds of years or something like that. His statement, I don't care. Now that they realize that this is not. So let's not take it to the too seriously. But definitely, he has taken it very personally, in my view. He thinks that he has been denied the right to pluck that fruit.